Brixton Market has always been a special place. Dubbed the Oxford Street of South London over a century ago, it's long been a beacon of diversity, a crossroads of people, stories, and some of the world's most remarkable ingredients.
Is it green?
Yeah.
But they're calling it black mango.
Black mango, how come?
With over 50% of all our calories coming from just three foods, rice, corn, and wheat, perhaps it's time we shake things up a bit.
And it's quite tasty.
It's bitter.
Welcome to this memoir of flavors, a spotlight on the place that shaped my understanding of nutrition, health, and the power of food. Where every ingredient tells a story, and every dish is a piece of our global heritage. Perhaps most importantly, it's an ode to how I discovered pockets of the world right here at home. I'm your host, Dr Yemisi Bokinni, and welcome to the Superfood Map of Brixton.
Let's go shopping Caribbean style. Here you can buy sweet potatoes, okra, chow chow, sweet corn and mangoes. If you're regretting the fact that your housekeeping allowance won't stretch to a seat on the next plane Trinidad bound, take a trip to London Southwest 9. It may not seem the same, but as you can now see, it's here at Brixton's Granville Arcade that our Caribbean market flourishes.
So how long have you been trading in Brixton?
Been here longer, over 20 years now.
14 years?
35 years.
Over 14 years.
100 years. It's gone through 3 generations.
For generations, traders here have shared the flavours of their heritage, connecting the past and present, often through the herbs and spices that line these stalls. Our first stop is Brixton Whole Foods, a community cornerstone since 1982. And I'm here to catch up with their resident herbalist, Christina Cromer. It's a perfect place to pick up the essentials for our first recipe. Cinnamon, cloves, green cardamom, and our star ingredient, rooibos, for a soothing, spiced rooibos latte.
I love the smell of this. Oh, that's so good.
Wow. Wow, it is.
So one of the really lovely things about this shop is that it's self-service, so people can smell the herbs and handle the herbs themselves, although obviously hygiene is something to be respected.
First we've got cinnamon.
One of the things about cinnamon is that it helps us to process sugars. It's one of the herbs that I might use in a diabetic mix. I know that we're out of stock of whole cloves, so we're going to have to use the ground cloves. Okay. It's very antiseptic. Now, obviously, you're not going to put this directly into an open wound. I mean, if in an emergency with an open wound with nothing else, I might use this. I wouldn't advise it, but I might use it because the physiological response is to protect itself, right? So if you've got an open wound and I can't stop the blood, I might put a little sprinkling of cloves on. I know it's antiseptic, and I know that it's going to cause the body to retreat, right? To astringe, to pull back, and that's going to stop the blood from flowing.
And our next one is green cardamom pods.
Okay, we have green cardamom pods here, one of my favourite herbs. It's really good for digestion. Anything that's aromatic, like cardamom, and there are various others, also helps with, it's called a carminative. It helps us to process any gases or wind.
If someone has digestive problems, you would suggest green cardamom
It depends on lots of other things. So it depends whether it's a nervous issue or a dietary issue. So as a medical herbalist, I'm taking a case history and looking into so many different aspects of why someone has the problem that they're complaining of. The other thing that I really like cardamom for is it's heart medicine. It warms the heart, it cheers the heart. And I mean, just smelling it does make you feel kind of that pop of vitality.
It really does. But I think it's very important to have these independent stores, these independently owned stores survive.
Well, they become part of the community, and somewhere like this is actually part of the heart of the community. I'm a medical herbalist, which means that I've trained at university, but we have lots of lay herbalists in the area as well, people who've inherited knowledge or been self-taught, and they'll come in and buy herbs from here, and they'll be sharing their knowledge with whoever happens to be around the table. And sometimes I'll be listening to and picking up knowledge myself from people from Colombia or Chile or Portugal or Africa or different parts of Africa, sharing their knowledge around the herb table. It's a fantastic hub of the community.
It is, most definitely.
In Nigerian culture, spices aren't just for cooking, they're the life of the party. Fiery, bold, unforgettable. I'm here to meet Ola, owner of Glory Afro-Caribbean store in Brixton Village, to pick up calabash nutmeg, alligator pepper, and Uda pepper.
And it's quite tasty.
These Nigerian spices, known for their anti-inflammatory properties, will add a unique twist to my Nigerian take on noodle soup.
Describe Brixton in 3 words.
Vibrant, electrical, bold.
I would say Brixton is a special place. It's lively, fun, classic.
Why does it have to be 3 words anyway?
Because that's what we asked everybody.
Is it?
Yeah.
51% of the world's calories come from just 3 crops: rice, corn, and wheat. But there's a world of nutritious grains out there, many on the verge of being forgotten. Up next, we'll be picking up ingredients for our next recipe. But first, we're visiting cafes across Brixton that are putting these unique grains to good use. When it comes to food and drink, Ethiopia is known for 2 things: the origins of coffee and the love of the grain, teff. Rich in iron, calcium, and essential amino acids, teff is a nutritional powerhouse. On our first stop, we join Ned, owner of Adidis in Brixton, for a vegan meal and the lowdown on the cultural significance of it all.
This is all about super grains, right? It's about grains from all over the world. We've got a lot of the actual really healthy grains are from Africa. Onyo, millets, teff, which we use in injera, right? So we're going to try that today, right? So let's tuck in. Let's go.
This is usually, it's been eaten traditionally in Ethiopia as a vegetable, as a vegetarian option. Here we focus only on vegan, healthy food that's made of organic ingredients. For example, the lentils and the split beans, they're actually organic that we source.
Okay.
And then you see the beetroot here, potatoes, cabbage, and carrots,
We've got
as well as fresh beans. And then we have injera. Most of the time in this country, people don't actually have teff injera. They mainly have wheat and gluten.
Really?
Yeah, because of this, it's difficult to make.
Okay.
So they don't have that. But we do have here teff injera, teff ingredient, which is ancient grain of Eastern Africa, but you do find it in other parts of the world as well. But mainly it's known in Ethiopia as the main dishes. Just cut a little bit of this size.
Okay.
And then what you want to do is just tack in like you would go with tacos, and then just roll it like this.
Try that one, Josh.
And then you just.
So what is this? Is a lentil or something?
Yeah.
I really like this
the
chili sauce, right? I don't know if I'm eating it properly, but
You're doing it well.
am I doing it okay? Okay.
Yeah. That's your tacos, Mexican style.
Oh gosh, it's boiling. It's boiling.
Yep, there it goes.
Up next, we're at Picoca Vegan on Brixton Road, where I joined Claudia, a Brazilian Londoner at her zero waste store with an impressive selection of grains. They also have a cafe, most famous for their buckwheat crepes and galettes, high in fiber, rich in minerals, and naturally gluten-free.
Let's tuck in. Tell us what we have here in terms of.
So we have the 2 signature dishes of the first one is jamming. It was inspired by the Brixton community. So it's got black beans, jackfruit, plantain, avocado, and a mango salsa.
Okay.
It's the most popular on the menu.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to
Try that. So we're gonna try that. And what do I have?
You have the sweet option. It's got strawberries, banana, maple syrup, and almonds.
Okay. So which one should we try first?
Let's go to the savory.
Okay, let's go to the savory first. Okay. So I can see it tastes lovely. I can see why it's very popular.
It's really nice.
And I imagine it'll be quite filling as well if we actually went through all of it. We're done.
While rice, corn, and wheat guzzle up water, fertilizers, and pesticides, African grains like fonio are climate-smart superstars. They thrive in harsh climates, are drought-resistant, and require minimal fertilizers and pesticides. We're putting this wisdom straight into action at Mars Soda, a Senegalese store in Brixton Village. Here we're picking up fonio, garden eggs, and baobab for our next recipe. A nutrient-packed fonio and garden egg salad with a baobab dressing. I'm joined by Kat, co-owner of Rachel and Malika's, who has decade-long roots in Senegal, to tell me more.
Tell us a bit about how someone who's Jamaican has such a great connection to Senegal, West African country.
Yeah, it's a fair question.
Yeah.
Years ago, I was a dancer.
Yeah.
And I travelled to Senegal to train. And that was my first experience in Senegal. Not on the continent, but in Senegal. And that was back in 2001. I went in 2001.
Yeah.
And I've never looked back.
And that's it.
And that was it. I fell in love.
Yeah.
Food, culture, music.
So today we are actually going to make a fonio and garden egg salad.
Nice.
So I'd like you to walk us through a few of the ingredients, right? So we can start off with the garden egg and then we get the baobab and the fonio.
Lovely.
Right.
Let's do it.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
What are you going to do with garden eggs?
We're making a salad. We're going to grill it. And then, we're going to grill it with some fonio as well.
When you open the baobab fruit, you get these kernels. I don't know if you can see that inside. And that's how it comes straight out of the baobab.
It says seed inside, or you can use this whole part.
Seed inside. So what you would do is you would soak it, let it soak, and then you get a spoon and you start to stir it, and then
get rid of the seeds.
Get rid of the seeds.
And how important is baobab in Senegal? Like how is it?
Wow.
Yes, it's very important because it's a very high in vitamin C. Yeah, and people when they feel dizzy and stuff the first thing they think about
is baobab. Yeah. So here we have fonio. Look at it. It's very fine. Very fine. People use it in different ways. You can use it like couscous, no? Yeah, which is the most popular way. But you can also cook it like rice. I know some people even make flour.
Really?
Yeah, they make flour from this, from the fonio flour, and then they can do other things like make pancake, make modern, like things that we eat like donuts and things like that. That too, but this is super good. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
A lot of people come here to buy this, don't they? From all backgrounds, because people are in the know.
People are, because it's an Asian grain and it's African. It's an indigenous West African grain, and it's very good.
There's no modifications.
Yeah, exactly. No random.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I'm in Brixton Village to meet Bewa, the man behind Latin and Caribbean food store known for stocking some of the most exotic fruits you'll find anywhere. Today we're tasting our way around the world, one fruit at a time.
This is too much food.
Don't worry, we're not going to eat all of them.
So what should we start with first, right? So I absolutely am fascinated by the concept of snake fruit.
Snake fruit is very nice.
Where does it come from?
Come from Tunisia.
Tunisia?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they come from Colombia as well. But when you peel it like this, it's actually like a snake color as well. Skin is look like a.
And the skin is it's quite rough.
This one, when you peel it, it's come like this. Even guys, you look at it, it's look like a snake head.
Oh yeah, actually, look.
The leaf.
It tastes fruity. It tastes like a bit of a pineapple and an apple, which is very strange because you wouldn't expect You wouldn't expect a fruit like this to taste like pineapple, but it does. At the moment, I'll give that probably a 9 out of 10. It's really nice.
I already give them 10 plus.
10 plus, okay.
And the other fruit we love as well, lychee. I mean, it's unique fruit.
And where does it come from?
This one is from Mexico. We come from Colombia, they come from Caribbean, but now is a season for the Mexican. Today one is from Mexico.
And that's the benefit of being in London, right?
Oh yes, especially in Brixton.
Especially in Brixton.
Brixton Village Market, you will get all this kind of fruit.
And we're not very affected by the seasons that much, are we?
No, we get all year round, and you can see how delicious they are.
After World War II, Brixton became a new home for the Windrush generation. Today, I'm visiting Esme at her organic fruit and veg store in Market Row. I'll be picking up the star ingredient for our final recipe, soursop, for a tropical soursop and nutmeg punch. Packed with vitamin C, potassium and fibre, this fruit isn't just delicious, it's a boost for our immune system too.
The one thing I love about this store is, you're of Jamaican heritage.
Yes.
You've got a jumper that says Portugal, and then you've got flags from literally all over the world.
So I used to come to Brixton to buy my food, and so my Caribbean food. And on coming to, what I noticed, it was a lot of Asian shops were selling our Caribbean food.
Yeah.
And when I asked them how to cook things, they did not know how to cook it. So I said to myself, it's not just herbs I want to do. I would like to do Caribbean food and also European food, and also give an helping hand to people that don't really know how to cook. So that is why I opened this shop. So it's not just selling the food, it's also giving people advice on how to cook the food and how to and what is best for them. And by reading a lot on health foods and so forth, I decided to acquire the knowledge of explaining things to people.
So we've got the stinking toe.
Yes. Allow a lot of Jamaicans to call it stinking toe. Because it have a really
it smells, guys.
smell. But when you put it in your mouth, it's beautiful. It's like a malt.
Why does it smell? Why eat it if it smells so bad? So it must be
if it's something that is good for you.
In what way?
In what way?
Yeah.
Protein.
Yes.
Iron.
Yeah.
Help diabetes.
Yeah. It doesn't have a bad flavor. I think no, it's like a powdery kind of.
No.
So not that bad actually.
It's beautiful.
This is why we're actually here. We're actually picking this up for one of our recipes, right? From the Caribbean perspective, can you tell us a bit about how important soursop is?
We simply used to just pick it off the tree, not knowing how important it was, until when we read about it, that we found out that this fruit is powerful everywhere. Everybody is just going for soursop.
Yes.
The reason for it all is that they found out that soursop helps to boost the immune system. If you're sick with a cold and flu and your immune system is low, just get some soursop and you take it out and eat it.
We'll definitely be using one of these in our recipes, so we'll take that along with us.
This is Julie mango. This one you're in your hand is called black mango.
Black mango.
This one is East Indian mango.
Indian mango.
East Indian.
East Indian mango.
Yeah. And this one we have here is called honey mango or baby mango. You can see the shape is similar black mango, but this one yellow. This is good.
What country is this from?
This is Colombia.
Colombia. So we've got East Indian, we've got the Julie mango from the Caribbean, we've got the black mango from the Caribbean, and then we've got this from Colombia.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is what you call a mango.
As we come to the end of this journey, I'm not just taking away recipes, I'm carrying the memories and the vibrant spirit of a market that's been a cornerstone in so many of our lives, along with the global flavours that define our community. We're pausing our culinary expedition, but the adventure of health, taste, and discovery must continue. Here's some more shared flavours and stories in the chapters ahead. To learn more about these ingredients as well as recipes, you can download them at thesuperfoodmap.com.